Good morning, everyone, and wishing you all a wonderful, happy Saturday morning. Water, water everywhere, but not a drop to drink. All of us would have heard this saying. Possibly the author meant about the water in the sea and the ocean, which is not fit to drink. This is exactly what has been our experience when we inquired with over 200 salespeople about how they actually learn and improve their selling abilities. With so much of free knowledge available on the YouTube, Facebook, and every social media channel, we were interested to find out how well are salespeople using this free knowledge available and what results are they deriving out of this. But to our surprise, most of the people whom we reached out in our survey felt that the information available on these free digital media is so scattered that they actually spend a lot of time searching for the information and rather than getting the information on demand. Getting the information on demand. My name is SP Balaji. I am an international certified PCC level coach from ICF, and I am here to help accumulate such sales knowledge and make it available to salespeople at one place on demand. So here is what I am going to do. I am not going to share any sales knowledge from my own experience, nor I am going to share any sales knowledge from the experience of hundreds of people I have trained, but I am going to bring to you the wisdom from the leading thought leaders in the history of sales for the last 80 years. Yes, this is going to be one place where we are going to make it available, the wisdom and the essence and the writings of all the greatest sales thought leaders of all the time. And this Saturday, I am going to start with one such thought leader whose speech has transformed and is transforming and will continue to transform many more generations of salespeople. I am talking about a gentleman by name Albert N. Gray. Albert N. Gray was a life insurance advisor, and he was advising a set of life insurance agents in the year 1940. Though his speech was targeted at life insurance audience, the essence is universal. It doesn't matter whether you are a life insurance salesman or a real estate salesman or an MLM salesman or an FMCG salesman or a pharma salesman. It doesn't even matter if you are not a salesman. You might be a student aspiring to achieve some great academic qualification. You might be a smart person. You might be an entrepreneur planning to succeed. And this essence from Albert N. Gray's speech is life-changing. So what is this all about? While talking to this group of people, he went on to share his own personal experience. Why only success comes to few people? When he says he met a lot of people who are working very hard, but success is not coming to them. On the contrary, there are people who are actually not working as hard, but they seems to be far more successful. And he wanted to know why this happened. And to his surprise, what he found was called the common denominator of success. What is the common denominator of success? And the common denominator is something which is universally applicable to every field you are. Be it sales, be it education, be it business, anywhere, it is applicable everywhere. So what is this common denominator of success? A simple but a very profound observation that successful people are willing to do what unsuccessful people are not willing to do. I'll repeat. Successful people are willing to do what unsuccessful people are not willing to do. So what does this mean? Successful people are willing to lose their sleep in the morning but spend it on their physical exercise. Successful people are willing to go out at 8 o'clock in the morning and start their hunting. Successful people are willing to face rejections and get a no because they know that no means next opportunity and no means not rejection of the person. No means rejection of my product. rejection of my service, but the person is not rejecting me, he is just rejecting my product or is just rejecting my service. I will go on to find the next opportunity. No, all successful people have formed an habit of taking no's. So what else are the habits? Doing pre-call research, doing post-call analysis, conducting lead generation activities every week, keeping the funnel full. But why do they do this? They do this because they made an habit of doing this. As simple as that. The author says that men form habits and habits form the future. Like machines need momentum, men need habit. Men form habits and habits form the future. Now further drilling into this, he went on to inquire and find out why do people even form these habits? What is the need for them to form the habits? And then he discovered that these successful people who have formed the habit of doing the things which unsuccessful people don't like to do have actually greater purpose in their life. They have greater purpose in their life. A purpose not merely driven by logic or rational, but a purpose driven by sentiment and emotion. Consider this. I did 2 units of sales last month, and logically, when I'm planning my sales for the next couple of months, I will be planning to either continue to do the same 2, or maybe do 3, or maybe do 4. But I will never think of doing 20 because logically it is not possible. However, on the contrary, 2 months down the line, I have my parents' wedding anniversary, 50th wedding anniversary, and I want to buy my mom the best golden necklace that she always wished and desired for. And to bring that golden necklace, I need to earn incentives which only selling 20 units for the next 2 months will get me. My logical brain does not allow me to think of 20 as a target. However, my emotional and sentimental mind says, I have to do this for my mother. I have to do this for my parents. And that's the secret of why successful people have formed the habit of doing things. They have purposes not driven by logic, not driven by rational, but driven by emotion and driven by sentiment. This full article is available with us and that we can share with you. Please, in the comment box, type your email ID and we will share the full article with you. And before you go, please remember to press the subscribe button. Kindly note that Saturdays from now onwards will be called the Sales Saturdays. 9 a.m. every week, we will attempt to share some wisdoms in this short bite-sized video for the benefit of all the sales fraternity. Welcome to Sales Saturdays and do remember to press the subscribe button.